I'm hyped. I'm so hyped and I'm so excited. Oh, this is the energy I needed. Is there any messages? Spirit, is there any messages that you have for the collective? I feel like a little bit more, but we'll see what we have right now. And then okay. Like, I want to pull a clarifier for judgment really quick. Spirit, can I have a clarifier for judgment? I'll take these three. The cards that we had pulled was the Knight of Cups in reverse, Ace of Pentacles upright, Five of Cups upright, as well as Judgment in reverse, and then the Four of Pentacles. And then I also pulled clarifiers for Judgment in reverse. I'm picking up on like depletion, like feeling depleted, and maybe doing things, right? Whether it be work or different, I'm hearing daily tasks, just your daily routine. It doesn't feel exciting. It doesn't feel like it's fulfilling you in the way that you want it to. And you might feel like you're on like this hamster wheel. And I'm hearing that you're trying to look for things that actually fulfill you, that actually pour into you, that fills your cup with this Knight of Cups, right? And again, we had this in reverse. And so what I'm getting is there's things that you might be doing that actually deplete you, and it doesn't light you up. It doesn't fulfill you in a way that maybe other things in the past was able to fulfill you. And that's what you're looking for. And I'm hearing that you will find it. And we have the Ace of Pentacles right next to it. And so what I'm picking up is that there will be something that comes into your life soon. And I'm hearing that it may not be in the way that you originally expected it to come in. Something will be handed to you, but I'm hearing that you'll need to be open to it because it might not be packaged in a way that you normally would expect that thing to come in. They want you to focus on what you still have right now. Before this thing comes in for you, they want you to focus on what you still have going for you. I feel like you might be someone that kind of is focusing on all of things that you might not have right now, rather than focusing on all of the things that you do have. And I'm hearing that Spirit really wants you to focus on enjoying the moment right now, enjoying what you have right now, because things will be changing very soon. And as you can see in the Five of Cups, they're focused on the Three Cups that had fallen, right? All that was lost, but they don't realize that they still have Two Cups behind them. And right now, Spirit is wanting you to focus on all that you still have, right? If you're currently at a job, right, that you might hate, don't focus on the fact that you might hate that you have to wake up early or that you have to travel X amount of time to get to your job. They want you to focus on the fact that you have a job. They want you to focus on the fact that you have certain things in your life that maybe it doesn't fulfill you in the way that you need it to. But I'm here to enjoy now, enjoy the moment now, because things will be changing soon. And so it's very important to enjoy what you have now. I'm also hearing gratitude. I'm just really picking up on being grateful, having gratitude for where you are now, because things will be changing very soon. But they don't want you to focus on what you don't have just yet. And with the Tower in reverse and the Eight of Swords upright, as well as the Queen of Pentacles, just confirming that your mindset is what's going to actually dictate on how you view your present moment. I'm picking up that things are shifting, things are going to be changing, because also we have the Tower in reverse and we have the Eight of Swords as well. And what I'm intuitively picking up from those two cards in particular is there's something that's happening right now that are actually is going to be shifting in your favor. Things are being fixed as we speak, being rearranged, being orchestrated by source, by divine, by your ancestors, by spirit. And they're not wanting you to, again, focus on all that you may have lost, all that you may not have right now, but to focus on all that you still have, all that still remains. The fact that you're still here, the fact that you have the people that you love in your life, if that's the case, right? And this reading has to do a lot with finances, opportunities, wealth, tangible things, right? They're also saying to not hold on too tightly to money. They want you to change your mindset in regards to your money and the way that you view money. Don't view money as something that's scarce. Don't view your money as something that will not come back to you, right? Money is energy, and they want you to view it in a way that is more positive. So we have the Four of Pentacles, and this was upright. They don't want you to hold on too tightly, because if you hold on too tightly and not release and not make room, right, for other things to come in, then not that you'll miss your opportunity, but it will take longer to actually come in. Because again, we have the Five of Cups, and with the Five of Cups, they're focusing on all the things that they might not have, all the things that they have lost, and Spirit is letting you know to not focus on that, to not dwell and hold on to things that may not look like it's working out, but in all actuality it is. Just because something does not look like it's working out doesn't mean that it isn't. All right, let me pull some clarifiers really quick. It's just overheating. Okay, I'll just finish on my laptop. Ooh. All right, let me see what we have so far, and then if I need to pull more. Yeah. Okay. Yes, I did. Can I have a clarifier for the Ace of Pentacles? Can I have a clarifier for the Ace of Pentacles? Can I have one more clarifier for the Ace of Pentacles, please? Can I have another clarifier for the Ace of Pentacles? Can I have a clarifier for the Five of Cups, please? Anyone? Thank you. Okay. Can I have a clarifier for the Four of Pentacles, please? Can I have a clarifier for the Four of Pentacles? Okay. Any more, Spirit? This is definitely a money spirit. Okay. So we pulled the World card as well as the King of Swords in reverse to clarify the Knight of Cups. What I'm picking up on from this is that you will find something that fulfills you. You will find something that is able to fill your cup, and you won't feel depleted when you do this thing, when you have this opportunity, when you walk into this new job, right? Whatever this thing may be, right? Use your discernment, your intuition. You know your situation best. But whatever this thing is that you're walking into, and again, it feels tied to money, to resources, something tangible. But money is coming up very heavy in this spread. But I'm hearing that you will find something that fulfills you. You will find something that lights you up inside, and you won't feel depleted when you're doing this thing. I'm also hearing that it will be effortless, and you'll use your discernment and your heart, coming from your heart space, to determine what are those things that you feel called or drawn to. And that is how you'll be able to pick whatever opportunity that is right for you, that is right for your spirit. And for the Ace of Pentacles, we had the Six of Pentacles come out to clarify the Ace of Pentacles, as well as the High Priestess. You are going to be using your intuition, your discernment, to choose what opportunities are actually for you, the things that will actually be able to fulfill you in the way that you needed to, right? To not feel depleted. I don't know if you lost your job or you lost a stream of income, because that's also coming through, or you're wanting to walk away from something, I'm hearing as well. But whatever it is that's coming to you, I'm hearing that you'll be able to have more than enough. I'm not sure if you're someone that lives from paycheck to paycheck, but I'm hearing that there will be no more. Whatever this thing is coming in, you'll have more than enough. More than enough to just meet your needs. And I'm hearing that you're learning to find balance. You're learning to ride the wave. You're learning to go with the flow and not focus on the things that you have lost, not focus on all the things that may be going wrong in your life. You know, like that saying when people say you can look at a cup being half full or half empty. I feel like you're finding balance and learning to look at things more on a positive way, rather than looking at your cup being empty or half empty, right? Looking from it from an aspect of, oh, it's half full, right? Focusing on the things that you still have in your life. Again, like sometimes that's easier said than done, especially depending on what you're going through. And so again, I'm hearing that you're finding balance and you're learning to ride that wave. And so when your emotions come up and they fall, you're learning to go with the flow and not be hard on yourself. I'm also hearing to give yourself grace when things get tough, or when things don't look like it's working out for you, that you'll learn to ride that wave. And I'm also hearing to focus on gratitude, focus on the things that you still have. But I'm hearing that don't miss your opportunities just because it might not be the way that you wanted it to fall through, right? Just because maybe something wasn't going to pay you in the way that you wanted to doesn't mean that you shouldn't still take that opportunity for the meantime. There's something that is trying to come through, but it doesn't look like it's in a way that you originally wanted it, if that makes sense. And so they're wanting you to kind of get out of your head. And if it is a job, to take the job, even if it's not in the way that you have wanted it originally. Even if it's not paying you what you have wanted originally, if it can cover your bills, then take the job, because there will be other things that will be coming in for you, right? Other streams of income that will be able to supplement what it is that you need. And so don't just pass up on something right now just because it doesn't look like it'll fulfill your needs, because it actually will. And again, I'm hearing that you don't have to hold on tightly to your money. That's not to say carelessly spend, but I'm hearing that you won't need to hold on to your money. You won't need to see money as something that is finite, right? Something that will end, something that won't come back to you tenfold, because I'm hearing that you've done the work. You have the knowledge, and you know what it takes to be able to build, to be able to bring in more money for yourself, if that is what you're looking for. And so I'm hearing to not hold on so tightly to certain resources. Again, money is coming up very heavy, but certain opportunities as well, because you've done the work. You already know what it takes in order to build, I'm hearing, an empire. I'm not sure if you're trying to build a legacy or things that will be able to sustain not only you, but for future generations to come, right? And I'm hearing that you're being very strategic on what it is that you're building, what it is that you're calling in. For a lot of you guys, I feel like you're building stability, you're building wealth, not only for yourself, but for future generations to come. And so this is something that you're building now, and so it's already starting, but I'm hearing that it'll start slow because what you're building is something that will last the test of time. And you're being very strategic about what it is that you're building. And you know exactly the steps that you need to take, and they're asking you to take it one step at a time. Don't burn yourself out. I'm just going to see if there's any oracle cards that Spirit wants for you as well. Spirit, is there any oracle cards that you guys want to add to this spread? Any more, Spirit? Okay. All right. This is what I'm saying. Loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, destiny, addiction, let God in. And this is how this card looks. But this is speaking heavy to the Four of Pentacles. Loosen your grip, right? And as well as I'm hearing, it's also speaking towards the Five of Cups as well. And the second oracle card that we also pulled was Wait. And it says, it's not yet time. Things are being woven. And I think I had said that in your reading, is like things are still being orchestrated by Spirit, by Source. And this card says the Cosmic Heart. Devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. And what I'm picking up from these cards is they need you, again, with the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, loosen your grip, right? And finding ways that you're able to still enjoy your present moment, to still be able to bask in all that you still currently have, even if you aren't where you exactly want to be just yet. And things are being woven and being put together, being orchestrated by Spirit for you on your behalf, but it isn't just yet ready, but things are coming into play. Things are happening. You just might not see it. And I'm hearing that just because things are quiet doesn't mean that there isn't magic in the stillness. There isn't magic in this waiting period that you're currently in. But right now, they're really needing you to, again, make your life a moving prayer. Like, really make love to life, love to your current life, make love to all that you currently have, and really enjoy it. Yeah, really enjoy it. Focus on what you currently have now. Don't focus on all the things that you don't have. That's what they're really needing you to know. Again, if you feel like journaling would be very helpful, have a gratitude journal and reflect on all the things that you currently have. And it's not to say that you can't write all the things that you do want, but right now it's very important to focus on all the things that you have in your life that you can be grateful for, and to know that you are the creator of your life. And so begin to create, begin to make love to your life, and bask in all that you have, because you have a lot. And again, I don't know who you are, I don't know what your situation is, but the fact that we are still here, be able to exist, that right there is something to be grateful for, to have gratitude towards. And so find those things that you can be grateful for. The Cosmic Heart, Devotion, Potency, Make Your Life a Moving Prayer. When you surrender to a state of devotion, you find yourself flowing with all of life. You are being called to refocus your attention deep within, to the intelligence of your own heart, to bow with a deep reverence to your inner temple, to live your life in devotion to this place, to make your life one big moving prayer. Perhaps you felt a bit off kilter lately, sensing that the potency of why you are doing things has gotten a little watered down or weak. Perhaps you've forgotten what made you start doing them in the first place. If so, this is your call to take a moment and reconnect with the truth at the very center of your heart, to get back to the essence of what you are about, to devote your life to what you care most about, to turn your gaze deep, 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 deep. There are seasons for harvesting and seasons for sowing. Right now, you are being called to plant your soul seeds and sing to them with a deep devotion, to feed them with the sweet waters of your own soul, to lose yourself in the potency of what is that most expands your heart, to live your life according to what makes you come alive, rather than what everyone else thinks, to make your life one big moving prayer. Starseed Soul Inquiry. How can you make your life a moving prayer? Coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. We are cyclic beings, and Mother Earth teaches us how to be human every day with the coming and going of the tides and the seasons. If you are clinging to anything, you are resisting the natural flow of who you are. The things we cling to are so often those we most need to let go of. The food, the substances, the relationship, the job, the people pleasing. The things we cling to often cover up our most vulnerable space, the part where we are most afraid to leave empty, the part we guard and don't let grace into. But by keeping that space covered with something that doesn't serve us or clinging to it for fear of it not staying of its own accord, we prevent ourselves from receiving the things that will. A Course in Miracles tell us, whatever we leave empty, grace will fill. And the Buddha said, you can only lose what you cling to. Indeed, both are true. If this card appears, you are being called to find the courage to loosen your grip and give up control, to release your coping mechanisms and leave space for grace and God to enter, to surrender all that feels dense to the divine. Loosening your grip doesn't mean that what you are clinging to will go away. It may, or it might stay, but you can be sure that what is for you will find you. And you will breathe easier knowing that you have shifted from relying on your own strength to surrendering to the grace of life. Starseed Soul Inquiry. What are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? Wait, it's not yet time. Things are being woven. In our fast, loud, reactive, comparative world, where an instant response is so often expected and at times even a currency, it can feel almost impossible to take a breath, let alone give ourselves the space to rest, wait, and reset. We are so often in overdrive, expecting instantaneous results over and over again. And when guidance doesn't come at these extreme speeds, it can feel as though something's gone wrong. But often, not receiving guidance is guidance in itself. When you ask for guidance and don't receive it, it can often mean, wait, it's not yet time. The details are being woven. Our challenge is to keep trusting when on the surface it appears that nothing is happening. To remember that no matter how long or bitter the winter, spring does always come. To remember that you don't need to solve all the world's problems in a single day, and that perhaps they'll be better solved with some perspective and a good night's sleep. This card is your permission to slip, to slow down, switch off, and reset. You are being reminded to have patience and to trust the mystery of life, to trust that things are being woven on your behalf. It may not be happening to the timeline you'll like, but if you gather up the patience, it will be orchestrated better than you can ever imagine. Starseed Soul Inquiry. How can you slow down, be more patient, and wait? Let me know if you guys actually resonated with this spread. I'm trying to figure out the layout as we speak. So yeah, just bear with me as I try to figure out what works for me. And as I grow my subscribers, what also works for you guys. So let me know if you like this reading, this layout, and things like that. But I'll see you guys in my next video.